You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?
See him trip, he getting hit. Like fuck it, let's hop on the car. I'm with the shits, I don't get lit. One of these rap niggas getting robbed. Have a nigga seen me with the stars. He got shot trying to act hard. Tried to run, he almost made it home. Bullets hit his dome, left him in the yard. He missed my day, he gon' get it the worst way. Trying to kill a nigga on his birthday. Just shot a nigga on Wednesday. Still spinning, getting on Thursday. Curly gon' flock out the feet. Turns up and out trying to hit him on feet. Curly gon' flock out the feet. Turns up and out trying to hit him on feet. My Uda like Mad Max. Put my name in the song, that's a bad rap. Don't you know that my niggas got mad straps? And you know that my niggas got mad rats. Look, why you cuffin' that bitch? I smash that. Sending threats on the net, get laughed at. When you catchin' them niggas, get clapped at. I be aiming for a nigga dad hat. I ain't passing nothing, I'ma blast that. Where my mask at, where my gloves at. Bitch, I been a demon since the Rugrats. In the trenches where it ain't no love.
Good people, good people. You are now tuned in. OG Sonny Blanco, I got a story to tell you, heard? But yo, today, we gonna have another conversation. We gonna have another discussion, right? Today, we gonna talk about what this gangster life really gets you. The pros and the cons. Everybody always give you the pros. They give you the ups. They give you the good side of it, right? But rarely do you hear about the downside, about the cons, right? About the bad times and all of that. Besides, when they talking about behind the G wall, but they really don't go into depth about that G wall and how it affects you, right? So we go get into it. Say, like every kid, like everybody, you see the dudes on the block, they shining. They driving something real good. They looking real good, right? They jewelry up the par. They shoe game up the par. They gear, they outfit and all that is up the par, right? Everybody love them, right? All the chicks in the hood, they love them, right? Because they getting to that dollar, right? You got some dudes that love them and love to hate them. You know what I mean? Because they getting to that bag, right? Those the pros, right? The women, the money, the lifestyle, and all of that. But let's get into the cons. Let's get into when you have kids and the relationship with your kids, right? The strain of you want to be a G. The strain of you living a gangster lifestyle. The strain of you out in the world more than you taking care of home, right? Because you already know when you chasing that bag, you chasing that bag. You know what I mean? I already told you I didn't hit state to state. So if I didn't hit state to state, what was I doing back home where my loved ones was at, where my kids was at, and all of that, right? And then the prison time, right? I did 8 years. 2 years, I say 8 years, but it's a little short. It was 2 years on my first bid. It was 4 years 4 years fed on my second bid. And then it was 18 months, almost 2 years on my last bid, right? But let's talk about it. All right, so bang, we get into the bag. You flying all of that. Your name is ringing bells and all of that. You start going OT, your name ringing bells, OT and all of that, right? It's looking lovely for you, right? You start getting with the women and all of that. Because you know when you live in that fast life, fast women come with it, right? But at the time, you're not really checking the chick. You're not seeing if you really compatible with the chick, right? You just like the way she look. You know what I mean? She got a fatty and all of that. She might got some nice tatas if you a tata man like me. Right? Skin may be like you like it, whether it's dark skin, brown skin, light skin, damn near bright white, whatever. You know what I mean? Whatever you like. You know what I mean? They on you, right? And you just looking at shorty in a sexual sense because she appealing. Then you done got with the chick Y'all together for a while. Now it's unprotected sex and all of that, so you start popping off babies and all of that, right? Now you got babies with a man that you really don't know. Or you got babies with a woman that you really don't know because you was just wrapped up into the lifestyle. You didn't see if that woman complimented you instead of complicating you, right? Back up. I'm going to give you a little story real quick. I used to work for this dude, right? Old Italian dude. And he was like on his fourth wife at the time. And when we was talking about it, he was like, yeah, sonny, this one right here, go stick around. He was like, yo, you know I done been through, this my fourth one right here. I done been through 3 of them. Alimony, child support, all of that, because he got paper. He was the boss, Italian dude, right? But with the fourth wife, he said, you know why she stay around so long? And she been around longer than any other woman? Because she compliment me, not complicate me. A woman's job is to compliment, not complicate. You dig? So, back to what we talking about. We don't take that time, especially when you live in that lifestyle, to see if the woman really compliments you, to see if y'all really compatible, if y'all really can make a unit, a family unit. We ain't thinking about none of that. We ain't checking for none of that at the time. But it was the things that we should have been checking for. But flip the coin. Let's say you do got one that's compatible. Let's say you do got one that compliments you, right? Let's say you do got a ride or die chick, you know what I mean? What did you do to fuck that up, though? You was chasing that bag. You was chasing them streets, right? So now, let's get into it. Me personally, no little kid grows up like, yo, I'm going to have 4 kids. You might want to have 4 or 5 kids, but you want them all for the same woman. No man grows up or no little boy grows up thinking I'm going to have 3 or 4 baby mothers. You know what I mean? I'm going to have kids in this state, kids in that state. We don't think that. You know what I mean? Even the G's. We grew up like you grew up. We grew up wanting the good life, a nice family and all of that. Things that we saw in our own family or things that we didn't see in our family that we wanted, right? But let me tell you how the G shit fucks all of that up. So now you getting money. Now you moving state to state. Now you have kids, right? You with that woman for some years. But y'all split up, it don't work out, whatever. You meet something else. You and the other thing get together. Y'all together for some years too, but then y'all have kids. You know what I mean? 1 kid by one woman, 2 kids by another woman, right? Then that gets shaky, right? So now you out and you on to something new. Then you bag something new. You know what I mean? You all together. You know what I mean? Then you all have a child or whatever. So that, what's that now? That's 3 baby mothers. That's 4 kids, right? Love all my kids dearly. But here's the strain that this gangster shit put on that. If you locked up, if you doing 8 years and all of that, all my dudes that's done heavy numbers, 10, 15, 20. Blue boy just came home. Blue did 39, right? So what happened to them kids in them 39 years? Huh? What happened to them kids in them 20 years? The 15 years. You know what I mean? What if you're doing a Fed bid and you all out the state and all of that? You in another state. You know what I mean? And the feds move you around. You'll be over here, you'll be over here, then you'll be down there. You know what I mean? Like, what happens? Me personally, I love my kids to death. And I truly believe my kids love me. But I wasn't there to raise them. I was chasing that bag. And when I say I wasn't there to raise them, like I said, we were together, but then we break. So if I'm together with my first BM, who was actually my ex-wife, if I'm with my first BM for 12 years, 7 of them we married, right? So I'm before the kid and all that, but 7 of them we married, right? So then you leave. Now you got a son there that knows you, right? You always been in the household, and all of a sudden you disappeared. And you ain't coming back. And he, at 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, he looking like, yo, what's really good with Pops? Like, how you just gonna abandon me like that? Because he really don't understand grown-up business. He don't understand the relationships between a man and a woman. You know what I mean? That's grown folk stuff. He ain't supposed to know about that right now, right? But he all confused. He all messed up in the head, right? Then he see you go get with something else, and you seem to be holding it down and loving it. You know what I mean? Smile on your face every time you with the other thing, and he like, damn. He don't remember the smiles you had on your face when you was with his mother. You know what I mean? Even though they were there. And probably more frequent than not. No probably in it. More frequent than not. You know what I mean? But he don't remember that. He remember the bad times. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about me personally now. I'm just talking in general. He remember the bad times. If you got a baby mother that's always throwing salt on your name or always talking trash about you, then that's all he hear. He start to form an opinion off of you, not even really knowing you, but he forming the opinion off of the mother. You know what I mean? Or other members of the family, grandmother or something like that. You know what I mean? Sisters or aunties or whatever. You know what I mean? So the opinion that he got formed of you is really not his opinion that he genuinely came up with on his own. It was what he was hearing. You know what I mean? What he been hearing for the past years, ever since you've been gone, right? Now back to me personally. All right, so me and my first son, we got a pretty good relationship, I think. You know what I mean? I love that nigga. I know he love me. You know what I mean? He a grown man now, so he on grown man time. And that's another thing. See, when they get on grown man time, they start to deal with women themselves or start to deal with men themselves, and they see the trials and the tribulations. So sometimes they'll reflect back on it like, oh, I see what Pops was going through. Or, oh, I see what Moms was going through. But when they're a kid, they don't think about none of that, right? So now my daughter, love my daughter to death. She's my only daughter, right? My family is predominantly males, right? She one of the few females in my family, right? And she's my only daughter, right? You know it's supposed to be daddy's little girl, mama's boy, and all of that. They say that for a reason, because the daughter gravitates to the father and the son gravitates to the mother. It's the natural order of things, right? If you were raised in a great household, if you were raised in a loving, caring household, what's the first thing you look for when you step out there? You looking for a chick like my Dukes that got my Dukes qualities. You know what I mean? She hold the family down. She could cook. She could clean. You know what I mean? She know when to step back, and she know when to stand firm. You know what I mean? You looking for something like my Dukes, right? To the ladies, if you had a strong father figure and all of that, you looking for something like Pops, right? What about the kids that wasn't around Pops? What about the kids that all they know they Pops was locked up, or they Pops down south, or they Pops in the Midwest or something? What about them kids, right? All right, then I got a son. Matter of fact, my son just had my first grandson a couple years ago, right? The older he gets, the more we talk. But I remember when I was young, when he was a little younger, like he hit me one time and the shit broke my heart. You heard? He hit me one time. He was like, yo, Pop. I'm like, what up? He like, yo, man, listen, like I'm with my cousin and I see the relationship my cousin got with his Pops. I know you love me. I love you. You know what I mean? But I've been in New York all this time and you've been down south, whatever. Like, I miss that, Pop. I don't know what that is. I don't have that. That shit broke my heart, right? Understand that. That shit broke my heart, right? Because when you sit back and you analyze it, he 100% correct. He don't know what that feel like. You know what I mean? To drive a couple blocks and go see Pops and all of that. He got to pick up the phone and call me. You know what I mean? We got to FaceTime and all of that. You know what I mean? Situations that he really want to talk about, like he need me there. You know what I mean? So once we had that conversation, I strove to make sure that I was up to par. You know what I mean? That he could call on me with anything. He need advice, call on me. I'm going to give you, if I did it the right way, I'm going to give you the right way to do it. If I did it the fucked up way, I'm going to tell you, I fucked up. Don't do it like this. You understand me? This G shit puts strain. It puts trials and tribulations on not just you, all your loved ones, your whole family. Yeah, they like it when the money coming through. Yeah, they like it when you whipping good. But besides the money and you whipping good and looking good, they much prefer you there. I don't care if you worked at Mickey D's. They prefer you there, right? Now, let's talk about the jail shit. Pardon. Let's talk about prison and all of that. Or if you like me, you've been playing it since juvie. Pardon. If you like me, you've been playing it since juvie. Group homes and all of that. You know what I mean? What kind of mind state you think we got? Huh? To you women say, yo, I want the bad boy. The good dude, he ain't no fun. The good dude go take care of you. Right? Shout out Vic. Vic Sling Hope and all of that. Shout it out. He had a post today. And the post, it was like a comedy little sketch, right? But the post had a female, good-looking chick, right? And a dude. And he a regular dude. He ain't no street dude. He a regular dude. Schoolboy, either a 9-to-5 dude. And he like, yo, I'll take care of you. I love you. I want to be with you. And she clowning him. He like, yo, I make $22 an hour. And in the skit, she was like, yo, you broke. But then she turning right around and her nigga is locked up behind bars. So at the top, it's the chick and the dude who trying to get at her that's telling her, yo, I make $20-some an hour. I take care of you. I love you. I'm going to treat you right and all of that. And at the bottom, and she told the nigga he was broke. You can't do nothing for me. She don't want that nigga at the top, right? But at the bottom, it's a different nigga. He locked up behind bars and she right next to the bars talking about, baby, I love you. Ain't something wrong with that picture? Ain't something wrong with that picture? Son behind bars. Son can't do nothing for you. Son gonna be there for a minute, right? And you got a good dude out here who willing to play step pops, who willing to come in the household and take care of the household and take care of you, who willing to do right by you. But you tell him he broke, he can't do nothing for you, but at least son got a job. You tell the other dude who gotta depend on you to send his commissary, or depend on his brothers or his sisters or his homies or his family, his cousins, moms and pops to send them commissary. Even if he working, he making something like 30 cents a day, right? But you tell the dude who on the street that's working, you tell him he broke, he can't do nothing for you. Something wrong with that picture. But let's get back to the prison shit, right? What kind of mind state you think we got? You talk about you want the bad boy, like DMX said, don't get a dog if you can't take care of a dog. And I ain't talking about running around messing with all type of women. I'm just talking about the nature of man. Don't get a dog if you can't feed a dog. If you can't take care of a dog, don't get one. Be careful what you ask for. You should have stuck with the good boy instead of running to the G's. Because our mental is fucked up. Especially if you've been doing this since group homes and juvie since you was a kid. Our mentality is fucked up. Number one, we are natural loners. Because on that yard, you rock with a few people, but you really alone. You really by yourself. Number two, you don't deal with emotions well. You know what I mean? You know how many women told me, yo, you act like you don't even have no emotions, right? We don't deal with emotions well because we shut emotions down. Emotions will get you killed, especially when you're in an alpha male surrounding, especially when you're in the belly of the beast, especially when the smallest sign of humbleness could be mistaken for cowardness. You know what I mean? So we taught we don't deal with emotions. Emotions that get you killed, right? You got to understand what you're getting with this gangster shit. Or any dude like me that's reformed. You know You know what I mean? I'm a working man. You know what I mean? Love my gig. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then I had to do some soul searching myself the older I got. And iron some things out in my own mental the older I got. You know what I mean? I had to look at myself the older I got. You know what I mean? But I'm the first to admit, I'm not emotionless, but I don't deal with emotions too much. Because emotions that get me killed coming from where I come from, the environments I played in and lived in and all of that. You gotta understand what you getting, what you asking for, what this gangster shit will do to you. You know what I mean? How people may look at you like you the crazy one, but you looking at them like they the crazy one, but they ain't never been in your shoes and you ain't played their shoes too well. Understand what comes along with this G shit. Huh? The bullet wounds, if you ain't dead. I only took one shot. I got one back when I was a kid and all of that. You know what I mean? But the bullet wounds and all of that, if you ain't dead. The cuts and the stabbings and all of that. You know what I mean? The threats on your life if you in the streets trying to get to that bag. Right? You know what I mean? Times I done heard the bullets. My real G's, y'all know what I mean. Y'all can hear them things shooting past you. Huh? This close from death. Huh? What you think that does to the mental? Huh? But this what you asking for. So if you ask for it, you better know what you getting into. Right? This G shit, it got its ups. But I guarantee you, it's more downs than ups. Alright, so say if you want to flip the coin. Say cats that was getting real money, like, yo, son, I made 300,000-400,000. I made 200,000 in the streets in a couple months. I made 200,000 in the streets in like 3-4 months. I ain't gonna make that on nobody's job. You know what I mean? So I take the risk. Some of us actually think like that. I used to think like that. I take the risk. I'll go lay up for 3, 4, 5 years. I bet you within them 3-4 years, I wouldn't have made $500,000. I wouldn't have made 400 grand, 200 grand. Huh? I wouldn't have done that on the streets, right? But if you lucky, you can make that on the streets, go lay up, do your bid, and you come back home and everything is lovely. But that's rarely the case. You left that money home, you know what I mean? Depending on who you left it with, it's done. And let's not forget about these lawyer bills. You gotta know what you getting into with this G shit, man. Yeah, it look fun when you in your teens, when you in your 20s, maybe even your 30s and 40s and all of that. You know what I mean? It look fun. But it's more pain than fun. Trust me when I tell you all that. It's more pain than fun. Right? I don't care how much you getting it or how less you getting it. It's more pain than fun. Alright, so say the small time dude, he on the block every day. So you hugging the block all day with G-Packs. Off that G-Pack, you might get $100. You know what I mean? Or 150. You know what I mean? That's a good pack. You working for somebody good if he give you them type of deals, 150, 200 or something. Usually it's $100. Nowadays, I see kids out here doing it for 50, right? So you trying to flip as many G-Packs as you can so you could at least go home with a stack at the end of the day. But look how much time you was out there hugging that block. Look how many times the boys rolled by and saw your face. Look how many times they chased you off the block. Look how many times somebody else came down the block because they wanted to take your block, right? It's more pain. It's more pain. Let's say you was a big boy. You really getting to it, right? Now you got to constantly keep getting to it. So you spending more of your time making more money because you got a certain lifestyle to live. So that means you ain't spending time with family. You spending more time. You a big boy now. So now them robbers and them jackers, they on you because you a big boy now. You always constantly looking over your shoulder and all that. You can't trust nobody, right? You question relationships and all of that. And I'm talking about relationships with your homies. Not no lady, your homies. Yo, is he really down for me? He really riding for me? Is we in this together or this nigga trying to set me up? Can I show him where the stash is at? Can I trust him? Or is he gonna try to lay me down, put something in my head and all that? It's more pain. It's way more pain in the game than there's love. It's more pain in the game than joy. The limelight only show you the joy and the happy times and the money, the glitz, the glamour. You need real ones like me to talk to you about the pain, right? But yo, this is part 1. We gonna do a part 2 of this gangster lifestyle. What it really gets you, what it really leads you to. You know what I mean? Cause it ain't what it's all cracked up to be. Huh? It ain't that. And to my youngins, don't rush. Don't rush to get old. Huh? Again, it ain't all cracked up to be what you thought it was. To all my 11, 10-year-olds, you know what I mean? 12, 13. Y'all can't wait to become grown. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25. Y'all can't wait. Slow it down. Wait. Enjoy the time as a kid while you got it. Right? Because you go be a grown man or a grown woman way longer than you go be a kid or a teenager. So enjoy it while you got it. Don't rush it. Right? And learn the lessons. Take the good and model yourself with the good aspects of people. But also look at the bad aspects of people. And you take that and be like, nah, that ain't me. I ain't gonna do it like that. You can learn from the rights and you can learn from the wrongs. Right? Good people. You already know. OG Sonny Blanco, I got a story to tell. We gonna keep this conversation going. Shout it out. Sheep Sleep TV. Right? Shout it out. Shout it out. Jamil Saladin. Shout it out. Raj Reptile, my G. Shout it out. Hood Floor Seats. Shout it out. Knowledge Born. Peace, God. You already know. Shout it out. Huh? Brian Glaze Gibbs. Mac Mean. China Brim. Harlem Legend. El Compa. Platinum Shine. Rockstar Little Man. Huh? Dutch Noble 1. Tavon Miller. All Revere. Huh? All my peoples. Planet Plainfield. Huh? All my peoples. You already. Mike Powers. Huh? Y'all check out my G. Mike Powers. Hip-hop historian. The intro king. Huh? Y'all check my G out. Mike Powers. Huh? Shout it out. 050's the movement. You already. Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. And I'm going to keep it official with y'all youngins. Huh? If you want to hear what it's really hitting for, come rock with me. I'm going to give you the good and the bad. And you go from there. Make your own decisions from there. Right? I got a story to tell. You heard? Rock with me. Hey, yo, hit that like. Subscribe. We growing. We growing every day. No freaky. The numbers are coming up. We only been doing this like a little month. You know what I mean? The numbers are coming up. Thank you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You heard?
You're now tuned in to the latest, the newest, hottest show on YouTube. I got a story to tell. Hosted by your boy, OG Sonny Blanco. Fire interviews, worldly topics, and much more. Stay tuned. OG Sonny Blanco. I got a story to tell. You heard?